So, we're getting a Stargate movie. Let's talk about that. Welcome to SciTrek, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. Before we get into this video, I'd like to invite you to join our Discord server. With over 100 people in there already talking about their favourite science fiction television shows from Stargate to Battlestar Galactica and more. Join the conversation now by heading to dsc.gg/SciTrek or check the links in the description. So, last week, just like the rest of you, I found out that we are getting a Stargate movie. Jay didn't tell me about this prior. He, in fact, teased me about this via instant message, saying that he had some very juicy information, and even when pressed, he basically told me, no, I'm not going to tell you, I'm going to tell you on the live show so I can get your genuine reaction. Now, on that live show, I did say I was going to make a video this week with my genuine thoughts, because the thing is, hearing that information straight away, I wasn't able to process. I wasn't able to decipher how I was feeling about it. But I've had a week now. I've had a week to figure out how I feel about a Stargate movie. So let's talk about that. As soon as he told us all that we're getting a Stargate movie, the decision has been made by Jennifer Salke, a directive has been sent, Stargate movie, go ahead with it, we're going to push on. My instant thoughts were that of a feeling of dread. And that's because of things that have happened in the past. Now, if we take a look at the history of Stargate, I'll explain why I had a feeling of dread, and hopefully it will make a little bit of sense to you. If we look at the history of Stargate, we had a lot of movies that just never came to be. We had the original 1994 movie. That obviously came out and that kick-started the original franchise. Subsequently, we had SG-1, SG-A, SG-U, and we had some direct-to-DVD movies on the back of those. But actual cinema releases, we never got anything. There was a plan, and it was actually greenlit, with Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich back in 2015-ish time, where they were basically going to redo their original idea, where they would remake the original movie, they would then make the second movie and the third, and have their trilogy realised. Now that was actually greenlit, that was announced, and that was going to happen, but for some unknown reason, it all fell through at the last minute. We then, very recently, heard that Bad Robot were in pitch meetings, or at least had submitted a script outline to Amazon and MGM with their ideas for what a Stargate movie could look like. Now, we had the outline for that, and I absolutely hated it. I mean, I know a lot of you guys hated it. Everyone who seems to have read that outline hated it. For one, they decided to bring back Ra as the main antagonist. They then decided to kill off Jack, which I will never ever forgive them for even suggesting that. Anyone who watches live shows, you know how passionate I get about that. You do not kill Jack. Don't kill any of the original four. Just let them be alive somewhere in the continuity of the show. They don't have to be in the show, but at least let them be alive and let them enjoy their lives. Don't kill the original four. None of them. None of them. Now, thankfully, the Bad Robot script is done. It is not happening. Amazon basically said they didn't like it. Just like the rest of us. We hated it, and I'm so thankful that that is not going to happen. But I mentioned that my initial thoughts were a feeling of dread, and it's because of those things that have happened in the past. We never got the original trilogy. We could have had a Bad Robot script, which would have just not been good for the continuity of Stargate. It wouldn't have been good for, at least in my opinion, the future of Stargate. So when they say, we're going to make a movie, I instantly thought of those situations, and it gave me a feeling of dread. Now, if you are a regular SciTrekker and you subscribe to Sides, the second channel for SciTrek, you'll know that Jay made a video on Saturday, actually, with a little bit of an update with regards to the movie. And this is something that I did know about. I'm in contact with the same people that Jay is, largely. There are a few that I'm not, but this person I am in touch with. So I saw this message come through, and it was very, very exciting, and gives me a glimmer of hope for the movie. Now, the news was essentially that Daniel Jackson, Michael Shanks, and Samantha Carter, Amanda Tapping, had been approached to work on the new movie, and subsequently the television series moving forward. Now, this has given me a lot more confidence in the idea of a movie when it pertains to Stargate. Having at least two of the original characters, Samantha Carter was always one who saved the day on countless situations, and without her, Earth would probably have been destroyed long ago, and without Daniel Jackson, the entire Stargate program wouldn't even have existed. With Daniel Jackson having deciphered the symbols when he did, and we went to Abydos subsequently, everything that happened was a direct result of him. Now, we know from a parallel world that if it was Samantha Carter who had deciphered the symbols, that eventually the path that they were on would have led to the destruction of Earth when Apophis decided to attack with his huge fleet. So having Daniel Jackson back has always been at the top of my mind. It's always been, if you're going to bring anyone back, you have to bring back Daniel Jackson, because he is the heart and soul of Stargate. Now, having Amanda Tapping back is just the icing on the cake, because she's not only one of my favourite characters in the show, she's also one of the cleverest people in the entire galaxy, so she can drive forward and push forward the technological advancements of the Tauri. But it means we'll also get to see things like her becoming a general, and we'll also potentially get to hear what happened to Jack. Did they end up together? Did they not? And we'll get to actually get a definitive answer. Now, hopefully, if Amazon and MGM have been listening and they actually watch the show, then they'll know that they would have got together. But we do want visual confirmation of this, or at least an audible confirmation from Amanda Tapping herself within the show. That would be good. I have been very vocal on this channel that I wanted a series before I wanted a movie, and even a couple of weeks ago I made a video where I basically argued that we needed a series before a movie to kickstart the new franchise, and I still believe in some of those points that I made. I genuinely believe that a series would be better, because the original Stargate movie was fine. I really liked it. But what made Stargate was the series. Stargate SG-1 literally laid the groundwork for everything within the Stargate universe. Not the show, the actual universe. And then SGA and SGU expanded on it, and that's what I fell in love with. So when they said they wanted to make a movie, it was like, but I really want a series. But the thing is, we now know that after the movie, they're going to follow it on with a series. So realistically, we're all going to get what we want. The people who really wanted a Stargate movie, they're going to get one, and then we're going to get a series directly after it as well. And I think it's a good thing overall, because a movie is going to be better in terms of getting people interested and getting people excited about a new franchise. There will be people that watch the original 1994 movie who probably didn't watch SG-1, SGA, or SGU, who will go to the cinema to watch this. They might subsequently watch SG-1, SGA, and SGU in preparation for the new series, and that can only be a good thing, getting more eyes on the franchise. My only worry, and this has been the only worry I've had throughout this entire conversation, is if they make a movie and it flops, does that kill the future of the franchise? Now that we know that there's going to be a series directly after it, those risks are slightly mitigated. However, they are going to want to make more movies moving forward, and the series might lack because of it, but who knows? I'm literally just spitballing with ideas that have been floating around in my head for this past week, things that concern me, things that excite me, and overall I am excited that we're going to get Stargate. Any form of Stargate is something I'm always going to be on board with. Whether it's a TV show, which I really want, whether it's a movie, which I'll still watch because it's Stargate, or whether it's a web series like Stargate Origins, but not like Stargate Origins. If it's Stargate, I'm going to watch it because I absolutely love this show. It's one of my favourite shows. In fact, it is my favourite show of all time. And yes, I am someone who loves Doctor Who, but Stargate has always been, and consistently has been, one of my favourite series, and something that I have rewatched over and over again and never gotten bored. So whatever they make, whatever they do, I'm going to watch it and I'm going to be excited about it. Yes, there are situations that would be more ideal to me, but I am excited and I am very, very happy that something has been decided and we're going to get Stargate back on our screens. What I want to know is what you think though. Are you excited about the potential of the Stargate movie? What do you think the Stargate movie is even going to be about? Are you excited that Daniel Jackson and Sam Carter are coming back as well? Potentially, if they say yes. Who should the antagonist be? I think Anubis would be a really good antagonist because he could potentially be coming back. Maybe I'll make a video on that in the future. Maybe it's a new threat. Whose script are they going to use? Is it going to be a brand new one? Are they going to use Brad Wright's script? The possibilities are endless and I really want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section down below, and if you are new to the YouTube channel, make sure you hit like and subscribe and press the bell notification so you don't miss a single video. If you want to become a fully fledged SciTrekker, then consider becoming a Patreon, patreon.com/SciTrek. Thank you so much for watching. My name's been Matt, and I will see you next week.